Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. Today, I want to talk to you about the Kross Studio Death Star Tourbillon. This is a 2021 collaboration between Lucasfilm, Disney, and Kross Studio of Switzerland. Now, the watch, in black DLC titanium, is a limited edition of 10 numbered pieces. So the first thing I need to mention about this watch is that it's big, but it wears small. At 45 millimeters in diameter, we're only talking about a 45 millimeter lug-to-lug dimension. Normally, watches that are 45 millimeters in diameter are 55, 56, 57 millimeters lug-to-lug. This one is an ergonomic marvel because it's only 45 millimeters across the wrist because of its lugless construction. When combined with its fabrication that is intensive in sapphire and titanium, this turns out to be an ergonomic dream that is super light and hypoallergenic on the wrist. Now, it is 20 millimeters thick, so you're going to want to make sure that you want this watch to be seen. When you need a bashful watch that slips underneath the cuff, maybe leave this Star Destroyer in the dock. Speaking of which, let's take a quick look at the dial. You can see not one, but two Imperial Star Destroyers. The hour hand is a standard Imperial class Star Destroyer, and then the minute hand, if you remember the Return of the Jedi, that is actually the Super Star Destroyer, which, according to the lore of Star Wars, was capable of transporting up to 38,000 Imperial stormtroopers. Now, at center, we have our namesake, the Death Star itself. I don't know if this is the A New Hope Death Star, or because we can only see half of it, and it's presumably incomplete, this could be the Return of the Jedi Death Star. Just remember, this was the planet-killing superweapon around which much of the first three movies revolved. Also fascinating is that you control all of this using a combination of pushers for adjusting your Star Destroyer time representation, and then you actually wind the watch on the reverse side using a fold-out D-ring. When not in use, you can actually collapse it, and it folds out of sight. The timepiece is powered by a manual wind MKS 7000 movement that is specific to this watch. It's a 27 joule movement with a 3 hertz beat rate, but what really sets it apart is the 5-day power reserve. A tourbillon is by nature a very power-intensive complication or refinement, depending on how you class it. So having a 5-day reserve is really something quite special. Winding this watch will be an occasion, and you can see from front or back that the tourbillon, a 1-minute tourbillon, is exquisitely finished, living up to its original retail price of far in excess of $150,000. So this is very much high horology, even though the subject matter may be sky high, or in the case of space, even more so. Now, the dial features the Galactic Empire emblem, and if you look around the watch, you're actually going to find a strange script that is known as Urabesh, which is, according again to the lore of the Star Wars universe, one of the most common alphabets used in the Star Wars galaxy, and you can actually see it blazoned on the various Death Stars and Imperial craft through the movie series. The timepiece, of course, features a second-to-none degree of theater, and you will find an eerie blue glow, a form of superluminova that is designed to emulate the interior lighting of Imperial vessels as you will see them through the Star Wars saga. Now, there's more to the watch than just the watch. I cannot overemphasize that this is a timepiece that is all about the theater, and yes, in this case, theater means movie theater, because you get a boxed set full of, well, for want of a better term, Star Wars memorabilia straight from the set. If you remember Rogue One, the first of the Star Wars stories movies that filled in the blanks around the original plot, Rogue One revolved around the design and construction of the original Death Star. So part of the boxed set with the Death Star tourbillon is a canister from the movie containing an authentic prop Kyber crystal, which was the power source for the Death Star. It is fairly enormous and a wonderful piece of memorabilia, theater, movie memorabilia, or for the ultimate Star Wars nerd, possibly the ultimate display item for the den. It is profoundly cool, and like the watch itself, it is designed to win converts to your cause, whether your cause is horology, or the Empire itself. Reach out to the Watchbox, and I want you to reach out specifically to Watchbox in Switzerland for this one, because they have this extraordinary limited edition timepiece. For all your technical questions, I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com, and may the Force be with you.